Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing so good. Who do we got? Hey, Loco. Hi, Arctic. Hello, Toasty Clipper. Oh, hi, King Thomas. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Vader. And hello to anyone else that maybe just hasn't made themselves known yet. What is going on? I want to know. And if you don't want to tell me, I get it, I guess, but you should tell me. Or don't. Either way. No, I definitely want to know how you guys are doing. How are we, chat? Let's check in. It's Monday, start of a new week, right? Start of the new work week, unfortunately. But if you are in America, it'll be a short week for you, fingers crossed. So at least it is for me. And boy, howdy, I'm excited. You're playing Dragon Age Origins. Okay, cool. Dragon Age did I say oranges? Origins. Did I say oranges? I feel like I might have said oranges, but Dragon Age. I have to look this up. Oh, is there more than one Dragon Age? I feel like I've seen the name before, but I don't think I've ever played any of them. Maybe if I see the cover art. No, I don't think I've ever played any of them, but it looks like there is more than one. Origins is the best. Okay, cool. Very nice. You're tired, it's hot, but it's okay. Oh man, it was a hot one today for me too. You're doing good, nice. I'm just vibing and playing some Pokemon Emerald. How are you playing that? Are you using like oh my gosh, an emulator? Using, yeah, I don't know, anything else? Yeah, an emulator. That's how you're playing it. That's cool. Your internet's going through it with these storms. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Seems like my internet's been a little dodgy today too, but fingers crossed ain't nothing gonna happen. I just noticed like my Wi-Fi cut in and out on my phone a couple times, but I ain't too worried about it. Ooh. The storm coming in tomorrow. Oh no. Okay, how am I doing, guys? Well, I'm sure you guys can hear it, but I'm exhausted. I had a lot on my mind last night and it took me forever to fall asleep. And then my mom texted me at 3 a.m. this morning because she was awake. And I'm a light sleeper, so I woke up. So that kind of sucked, but that's okay. That is a-okay. I'm in really good spirits. I could play it on my DS, but you're using your PC. Oh my gosh, King Thomas. Okay, so like a couple of weeks ago, I went through another closet that I had been putting things in, and I found my 3DS, which is crazy. I totally thought I got rid of it, so that was like a pleasant surprise. I think I had Pokemon, like I had a Pokemon game in there, but I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look at it again. But I was like, holy crap, like my 3DS. You guys have closets? Yes. Yes, I forget how many things I like just accumulate. So sometimes I'll just like get lazy. I just put things for closet in I just put things in closets, and I like if I can't see it, it doesn't exist anymore. And then sometimes I go through these bursts of energy where I'm like, oh, I really need to tidy up. Like the outside of my, or what you can see is clean, but I'm like, I know I have like clutter in my closets. So I've been like working on that. I just did my bathroom closet the other day. Emerald is worth something like $200. He says it's crazy. Big toes. Oh, I love the little blep emote. That one might be my favorite, honestly. Like out of my static emotes, I really like the like it's just so cute. Anyways, hello Bull, how are you? How are you? I was talking about how I'm doing pretty well. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Of course I am gonna play Hearthstone. Because I like it and I didn't want to have to read the whole time. And the other thing I'll be doing is I'll be reading to you guys. Yay! So normally once a month I do script reading. But because I didn't feel like doing oh my god, I'm sorry, my allergies. Because I didn't feel like doing like actual scripts for this month, just kind of given, how I've been feeling, I've decided I'm just going to read to you guys. And I recently splurged and got myself a Bridgerton box set, which is all the books. And oh my god, guys, they're so beautiful. Like the one that I'm looking at right now is green and pink, which is kind of an odd color combo, but they're just so gorgeous and stunning to look at. All of them are like different colored. Anyways, I'm gonna read those. So if you don't like Bridgerton, or you don't like reading, or you don't like hearing me just talk and play or not play, you won't enjoy today's stream. But I wanted to read to you guys because I want to fulfill that thing that I said I would do, and also like I just thought it'd be something nice, something different, right? Something different. So we're gonna read today. I could have done poetry, but I think I'm gonna enjoy this more. Am I allowed to clip the reading? Not. It probably is copyright. So hopefully I don't get in trouble. We're gonna find out. Um, yeah, I'm gonna guess that these books aren't. Hold on. I'm sure it is. Are the Bridgerton? Yes, they are. But like I'm not doing anything with it. I'm just reading it to you guys, right? So I'm reading. Ask Google. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Not even sure how they'd crack. Yeah, like I wouldn't know how they'd crack down on it. Like I'm not even a big streamer or anything like that. So our okay, well, regardless, I mean, one copyright strike won't kill me, right? If I'm wrong. If it's wrong. I'm not like profiting off of this. I'm just reading it to you guys, and I'll make sure I shout out who the author is. You know, we're just gonna try it. We're gonna try it because I don't know the rules, and that it is what it is. So, or I could always read Winnie the Pooh to you guys, but I actually want to read the Bridgerton books, and I have it wrapped up right now, so you guys will hear me unwrap it. Thank you for the hydrate check. So that's what we're doing today, and we're gonna see what happens. Fingers crossed. Yeah, probably best to not clip it when I upload this VOD. I probably won't upload the individual clips. I will just do it all together. So that is the tea. You're not even reading a book. Yeah, I'm just gonna retelling a story that I heard. All right, let me go ahead and open up Hearthstone and let's knock these games out here. Or I'll clip, no clipping, or I'll clip you. Very ominous. Oh, yeah, I had a good day at work, guys. It was just boring. I took a nap. Well, I tried to take a nap in my car, but guess who texted me during my nap? My mother. It's like she has this radar, like, oh, Toastie's asleep. I better message her. I'm just kidding. I love my mom to death, but like, it sucked to get a message from her at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm just laying there awake, like, oh, God, like, oh, that sucked big time. Why did she text me that? Was it anything important? No, it wasn't anything important. It wasn't. I want to tell you guys what it is, but I cannot. It wasn't important in the slightest. And I was just like, Ma, like, how could you do this to me? And then during lunch, she texted me about that same thing. So I was just like, oh, Christ. So, yep. Whoa, look at how teeny tiny I am. Should I just stay this small today? Look at how itty bitty I am. Oh my god. Here you guys go. Let's pretend she texted you about the Steam summer sales. Yeah, that's what it was. And then she texted me, ha ha, you're cute itty bitty life size. You're so funny. And then she texted me again to be like, Toasty, did you buy anything from the Steam summer sales? Speaking of Steam summer sale, I need to date everything here soon. I'm hoping they put that on the summer sale if they have or haven't. I gotta do it soon. Because I do want to play it. Oh, gosh. Oh, Christ. Oh, I'm so damn tired, you guys. I am dragging today because uh after we finished our collab last night, I still like had so much on my mind. You're scared because you might buy a lot. Treat yourself if you have the means. You only need to make two. You only need 2 copies of a minion to make it gold instead of a triple war. Okay. All right, we're gonna pick up this guy. Hope they have a sale. It'll give you more stuff to do on stream. Make no mistake, guys. I share a library with my friend, so I am able to play other games. I just happen to like the games that I have. Or like sometimes I'll start something and be like, ah, like I just want to go back to my comfort game. But I do want to get back into like playing more things. It's just the money aspect. Like also like my friend has like really different game tastes for me. Like he plays like horror games, survival games. So he's got a bunch of that too. Thought your head was a bit better. It was like it sucks because like I had that one really good night, right? And then like last night my head was like, hey, so I did you a favor and I put a pause on all those things that you had on your mind. But it's time to revisit everything and then some. Here are a few new things that I wanted you to think about that you didn't. And I was like, oh, thanks. That's so lovely. Stop thinking about me. You're clever. Slick. Rizzler. No, I just have like, I don't know. I just be contemplating. I be thinking about things that are to come or things that like I want to do. Ooh, we're gonna freeze here and pick these up. Let's go. It's almost a profession, really. Being a Rizzler. That's funny. Hold on, you guys. Alright, there we go. After work, I got on the call with my best friend to just catch up, and then I didn't do groceries yesterday, and I wish I had, so I had to do them today. I had to pick up groceries today, and because of how late the pickup was ready, I didn't cook. So I got Popeyes. Guys, and honestly, I don't regret it. It was so damn good. I love Popeyes, and I haven't had it in a minute because it's so bad for you, right? I had the 3-piece tender combo with the sweet heat sauce and rice and beans as the side, and I was like, oh god, this is delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and use this gold coin, pick this up right here, put it in. I'm seeing a lot of quill wars, so elementals would be cool, right? Because I'm already doing this, but like it's so early, I don't want to get locked into a build. Quill wars would be kind of dope, but hopefully everybody. I want something where I'm gonna be buying and selling a lot. Elementals are ideal because elementals are ideal because you do a lot of buying and selling, and my passive is to summon this tentacle that gains +1/+1 after I sell a minion. So to capitalize on that, I should play something where I'm going to be buying, selling, buying, selling. So this is a good one. Demons wouldn't be too bad either. I do a lot of buying and selling with demons, right? So I'm keeping an open mind. I'm seeing quill wars. I feel like you don't do a lot with that, so but like if I'm seeing them, I should pick them up, right? You're good at this. Let's go ahead and pick this up. And let's chance it with the reroll. And we'll do this too. Man, I'm seeing like just quill wars non-stop, right? Well, there's one. We will freeze for this, actually. It won't hurt us because we're going to be at 7, so we'll upgrade and then pick up a minion. Love that chicken for Popeyes. What'd you guys have for dinner today? I want to know. This week I plan to cook chicken adobo, which I like to marinate it for 24 hours, so tomorrow I'll probably, get it going, like marinate it, and then Wednesday I'll cook it. And then I'm also gonna cook Korean chicken. It's a recipe that I saw online, and that'll be my lunch for the week. So And I do plan to share my chicken adobo with my friends. I haven't done it in a while, so I think they'd like that. You forgot to eat dinner? Oh no! Mac and cheese, chicken strips, watermelon ice cream? Watermelon ice cream. I've never heard of such a thing. That sounds crazy. I can feel the sneeze coming. Oh, I hate the faces that that I make right before I sneeze. I was getting ready to sneeze, it went away. Oh, it was like stuck in my nose. It's so gross. Too hot, no appetite. What? Too hot, no appetite. I don't. Hold on, guys. Cue sneeze. No, I didn't sneeze. I was trying to. I feel like when it's hot outside, yeah, I guess I'd say I don't have an appetite when it's hot. Or like, if I'm dancing a lot, no appetite. Like, if I spend a day at the pool or the beach or the lake or something, no appetite. I don't need it. I'm full. My soul is full, so I don't have to eat. We're not winning this one. OJK, we broke even. I'll take it. Please give me a good trinket that has to do with elementals. Alright, we're gonna go with the Celemental one. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, shoot. What the heck? That's right. Looks like you can get a triple. I already forgot that, like, they're doing this. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna hold on to these gold coins, actually. Real talk though, don't stress on the things you can't control and accept the things you can, is what I think you meant to write. You'll make a prison for yourself, but also have to have the key to get out. There are things we all want to change, but you just take them one step at a time. I believe in you. Oh, very sweet, Loco. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. I needed to read that. I wish I could just, like, tell my mind to chill the F out, but it's hard, right? But I am taking things day by day. What is this? Gain 2 health. +2/+2. Thank you for understanding my horrible typing. It wasn't that bad. I knew what you were getting at. So this will be nice. The Celemental each turn. I didn't realize when they combine they give you 2. Well, I guess that makes sense. I hope, did anyone get... Okay, that sucks that he got that, but okay. Ugh. Few people going elementals. It'll be okay. Hi Toasty, hi lovelies. How's it going today? It's going well, Tomato King. How are you doing? I hope you are having the most beautiful day. We're gonna sell and do this. Let's also reroll. Do this. That's a great play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's nice. So let's do this. And this. And this. To pick up this Felemental. There we go. If you want to control the voices in your head and your mind scream really loud and then in your mind whisper something, you can control that if you can control that, then with practice you control what you think. It's not as easy to write about baby steps. That's fair. I can see that. You slept for half of it because you stayed awake overnight? You haven't slept? You haven't slept. That's insane. You're enjoying it so far. You got some coffee and the cat is being cuddly, so it's a nice day. Oh, you did. Oh, you slept for half of it. I'm tripping. You slept for 4 hours? That's it? That's probably about around what I got. But I feel terrible, Tomato King. You gotta sleep.
You got this. You're way ahead.
You gotta sleep, buddy. Tonight, you're in luck. Tonight is story night. So maybe I can lull you to sleep. When I read, I'll read you a bedtime story. You gotta reset your schedule. Oh, that's fair. I feel that. If there's one thing I love out there, guys, it's sleep.
You're good at this.
We're gonna sell this, actually, and do this. And we're gonna re-roll. And very nice. I like it, I like it. Let's probably get rid of you. Let's do this. I wanna pick this up. Let's roll. And do this. We're gonna hold on to this one because we'll get another one. So it'll be nice to kind of triple that, but we'll pick you up. And do this. Sell this. Do this. And do this. And we're gonna place a taunt on you, actually. And kind of move you guys around. Yep. And we're gonna pick this up. And we'll freeze for you too. There we go. One of the folks I chat with often in highest server slept for 16 hours today. I don't think I like sleep that much. I don't think I could sleep 16 hours. That's insane. Hi, Europe. Welcome in. You hate sleeping? That's crazy. 4 hours is more than I usually get without meds. Ugh, guys. Sleep is so important for you. You've done it before. I don't think I can't remember the last time I slept like that. Guys, sleep is so important. I can't stress it enough. Dang, that kind of blows. They have like this humongous, like one humongous minion. But that's okay. It looks like we are coming out on top, which is nice. So is hearing. Oh, so is hearing me. Haha. Tonight the Cubs get a bedtime story. That's right. You barely sleep. Hold on, guys. Let me focus. This is nice, but we're actually gonna go with this guy because we got this Elemental, so it's gonna be great. First, we're gonna do this. We're gonna sell this. Now we have this. Put this out. Ah! Wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I could upgrade my tavern to here, but I'm not. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I might still be able to. And then we're also gonna pick this up. 7, 8. Yeah, okay. We'll upgrade our tavern to here. And for funsies, let's just reroll once, huh? And we will freeze for this. Nice. I'm liking this. We're doing good. What are we saying? The most I've done personally is 12 hours. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I've done 12 hours. Says the one who's tired. I'm tired because of my mind. I did try to take a nap during my lunch, guys. I did. I ate my food at my desk, and then I went into my car and curled up and tried to sleep. I got like a kind of nap because my mom ended up texting me. But when I was on meds, I'd regularly get 14 plus. That's a lot. I do too much, I think, to sleep like 14 hours. Fun fact, I think I need meds, but being Latino, mental health was considered fake growing up, so I just dealt with it. Oh no! Mental health is so important. I totally get wanting to just deal, but you gotta do, gotta take care of yourself. Hi, Bayo. You've done 16 hours once in your life after a day and a half of no sleep, 14-mile walk, and a massive buffet dinner. Well, that sounds like a great time. Not so much the 14-mile walk, but the massive buffet dinner and then a fat sleep after. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds divine. That's why you don't take them. I know it is, but it's been alive this long. Kind of scared what will happen with it. That's fair, too. I get that. That sounds like an amazing food coma. Youchies. Okay, rude. I'm on to you. This. Dang. Now you're hungry. Hi, hungry.
Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Alright, do this.
I didn't like that one either.
This.
Here's a gold for the trouble.
Alright, do this. Oh, and then do this. We're gonna go ahead and cast this. Let's see what we get. Probably this one, I would think. This one kind of feels right. Place you first. And let's go ahead and sell you. Pick you up. Do this. And do this. And then do this. And then do this. And this. And this. And this. And this. We'll freeze for this. There we go. Ooh. I'm kind of afraid to see what this is gonna be. Dang, they might be... the top 3 are elemental players. How well will I do on standard? I'm actually not sure, Bayo. I've not played standard in years, so truthfully, I have no idea. I'm not sure that I ever will play standard again, because I'm so out of it. Ah! You're glad I've been having fun with... Eat it, nerd! I'm glad you've been having fun with Baldur's Gate 3, though. You finally got to do the owlbear from the top rope. Yes, I'm glad I've been having fun, too. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of you, Party Elemental. You're cool, but... Let's do this. We're gonna do this. Let's reroll. And let's just do this. This. And this. I know I could have just tripled it, but... This. Shoot, I need to get to... I know what I need to get to. Actually, I probably should have got rid of you. That might have been a mistake, but that's okay.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Let's do this and freeze for this one. Okay, I need to get to tier 6. She called it a pay to win. It's kind of her. How's the Battlegrounds been going tonight? This is my first game, and I think it's going pretty decent. I can't be mad at it. That's not true. I made it to Crystal 2 this season completely on free to play. Ooh, that's nice. You know, it's not even playing since the start. I just remember for a little bit, it seemed like it was pay to win. I don't know that I would revisit it though. Even if it wasn't pay to win, I feel like I'm just not too interested in that anymore. You know? You know?
Everyone's gunning. Watch out.
Dang, how they're level 6? I need to be level 6. Eat it, nerd. I'm just kidding. That's rude. I don't need to say that, but I mean, look, there's 3 elemental players, and I'm doing the do, so I feel good. Wow, what? know what to say. What a poll. How crazy is that, guys? All right, well, let's get rid of you. Let's just go ahead and put you out. That's crazy. You think I'm rude? You don't mean that. You don't think I'm rude. No, I'm talking about Yerp's comment. Yerp, you don't think I'm rude. Oh my. Oh my gosh. It's not rude at all. I say it all the time. The jealous. Are you calling me rude? I need to know. Hydro check, thank you. That is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm cracked right now. No, just kidding. I'm just having a good game. Oh, he was calling you. I thought he was telling me. I was like, what? I'm just playing. You love him still.
One's gunning for you. Watch out.
That's sweet, you sweeties. Ooh, this guy's giving me a run for my money. Dragon players, am I right? No, I'm just playing. We're okay. They only have one guy that I'm afraid of. We all joke around with each other. That's good. Not enough to knock the guy out, but ka-chow. Alright, let's keep it going.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
I should probably get rid of this one next, honestly. But here's what I'm gonna do instead. We're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
We're gonna do this. And this.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
I probably don't need this little guy anymore. Who's probably you. Ooh, very nice. We will freeze for you. Give a minion. None of you guys are also... You're all elementals, aren't you? Yeah, probably. What was that crazy poll you had to... I just say that. I didn't really do anything. I just happened to find what I was looking for immediately. Oh, what are we saying? This is as high as Rip Tomato. Girl, you the sweetest little dumpling. Don't think you could be rude. I could be rude. I could be rude. I bet she got a wild side. I tend to discover it. My witty sarcasm doesn't always transfer to text well. Ooh, what's this? Whoa, this one's kind of cool. What the heck? Hi, Kazuya. Welcome in. Ooh. Ouchies. Okay. Oh, we made top 4. I'm okay with this. I accept these terms. Let's go ahead and just pick this up. I'm gonna grab you. I could give you to the Divine Shield guy, but I actually think I just want to focus on making my people bigger in general. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. Good tactical choice. You're down a minion and up a goal.
tools that gives. We will go ahead and sell this one and pick this up, but we're gonna freeze here. And let's do this. The card he had was cool looking. I know, right? This one's kind of cool looking. It kind of reminds me of Nocturne from League of Legends, but like in a different color. I wish I could pull up a picture of Nocturne. We don't accept, we strive to exceed. Look, guys, I'm just happy when I get... Ooh, I'll get these two together. Bam, bam! That would be pretty good. Anyways, I'm just happy when I get top 4, honestly. That's all I want, guys. That's all I want. What am I sitting at right now? I don't even know. 49, 41. This is probably gonna be the game that puts me in 5,000. I guess I could get rid of this guy. I've been holding on to him, but no, because I am selling, so we'll just keep him. I mean, he's not hurting anybody.
You got this. You're way ahead.
Hello, Ori Brimsoul. How are you? Oh, we got this one. In the... Wait, that's orange? Why's your name look like that? Did I miss, like, a chapter? Hi, Orange. Why's your name look like that, Orange?
You're good at this.
When?
Exactly what you were looking for. You're down a minion and up a goal.
We will actually keep this one. Like a week ago? Why? Did I miss an update? Have you rebranded yourself? If anyone in the tavern spell guide because you lose out on a couple minions in the tavern. Oh, this one? Yeah. He'll probably be the next one to go. Like, I'll probably hold on to these two and get this one so I can keep having one that I rotate out. So. That's orange, yes. I guess I just didn't realize it. Hi, Orange. Welcome in. Imposter Among Us. They posted it like a week ago on YouTube. It's a shadow clone. Is your name changed on YouTube? Your name ain't changed on YouTube. I just at you yesterday. Ori Brimsoul, the magical hat. But it's still at Orange. Okay. So are we calling... Wait, so are we calling you Ori or are we calling you Orange? Ah! That blows. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's, Okay, I didn't like that, but that's okay. Hat, that's the new name. I could call you whatever? Nah, dude, I want to address you by your, like, legitimate name. Ah! Okay, I guess. This sucks. I need, like, something crazy. Okay, I was kind of hoping, like, give a minion Divine Shield, but nothing. Oh, no, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to this guy. Ugh, curses. But you know what? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay because we got top 2. I'm okay because we got top 2. That's okay. That's okay.
I think you can win this.
I'm just gonna say that until I actually believe it. Like, I can't combat these numbers are ridiculous. Oh god. No! That's the one I gotta get rid of. Cry. Ah. Oh my god. Top 2 is pretty good for the first game. It is! But I want number 1!
I've got some fresh recruits.
He was number 1!
Go big or go home, I always say.
What did he do that was so much better than mine? I don't understand. I'm about to pick up this Leroy just to be nasty about it. Do we? Because what we're doing isn't working. Okay, what we're doing isn't working. So is it time? Do we? How many top minions did he have? Did he have 1 or 2? Did he have 1 or 2? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? All right, well, desperate times call for desperate measures, so
I always say.
I know for sure he's got 1, so I'll just let this guy go first. The game moves too fast for you to follow, unfortunately. Sorry, you can't be much help. Leroy, if you're listening, hit this one or you're fake. Actually, no, I needed him to hit the other one. Leroy, you had 1 job, you idiot. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got top 2. I don't think I would have won the game anyways, but that's okay. We made 5,000. Gang gang. Ooh woo. Second place. Toast on top. That's okay. Leroy wanted his chicken. We're in the 5,000s, guys. We're doing it. She's hyper competitive. I sure am. All right, let's go again. 1 more and then I'll read to you guys. Good job, maybe. I didn't think you were that competitive, Toasty. Oh, Tomato King, if you think I'm bad here, you should see me in real life. I'm crazy competitive. If I have a chance. I can't read that fast. Hello, Rin Kazuki. Welcome to the Honey Squad. You just made my day so much sweeter. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Remove a friendly minion? No. Choose a secret? I don't like either of these. Let's reroll once. I don't like you either. I guess we'll just go with you. Because I don't want to use both my tokens. Game moves too fast. That's okay. I'm just happy you're here. Damn it, Leroy. I know, right, Bayo? At least he got chicken. Leroy wanted his chicken. I guess so. A second game? I'm shocked. I know. It's funny how top 4 is all I want goes to. If I'm not number 1, I fail. See her in golf with amigos. Mario Kart with you. It must be a delight. It is. I'm a peach, guys. I am a hoot. Choose a card for all players. At the start of each turn, 1 player chooses a card for all players to get at the end of the turn. Oh, I see. All right, let's do this one.
It's good to get some minions in play.
Okay. Rin, do you play this game? Are you a Hearthstone Battlegrounds player? Today we're playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and then after this I'm gonna read to the chat. Read to the chat. Read to the chat. We're gonna read, what do you call it? I'm gonna be reading the Bridgerton, the first Bridgerton book. Because I just bought them, and that's what I felt like reading. So I could also read Winnie the Pooh if you guys really wanted to hear that one again. Words on stream, Jackbox, there's a list. I am very competitive. This we know. Bridgerton, what's that about? Oh my gosh, it's a love story, you guys. Let me see if I can read. The first one in this, so I treated myself. Here, you guys can hear it. Actually, no, we'll talk about it after. It's just rich people in love. It's old. And it's just going to be a nice thing. So if you need to go to sleep, now's a good time to listen to me. Because I'll be reading. And I'll be talking like this when I read the chat. Nice and low, nice and quiet. So it should be a good time. It should be a very good time. I'd love to play Super Smash with you, honestly. I love Smash Bros. I'm crazy competitive. It's not even funny. But again, it's only if I feel like I have a chance. Like, if we're going to go toe-to-toe in basketball, like, come on now. Come on now. Like, I know who I am. What do we have? Beasts, Dragons, Murlocs. I don't really like any of these. But maybe we will go. I'm going to save this. The Beast route. All these secrets. So this person's passive is that I get to choose a secret for zero cost, which is nice. So now I currently have 3 queued up. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/3 copy. None of my minions have been attacked. We've been doing the attacking, so that's why they're, you know, just racking up. Silly me. That is what it's about, though. He's right. It's about rich people getting it poppin', falling in love. Oh, that's cool. I'd stick to Smash Bros. Too, honestly, but mostly for fun. If I want to be genuinely competitive, then we're picking up Tekken. I am not like a Smash Bros. Pro. You know, I'll win every now and then, but I really am not like amazing at the game. So but I will talk crap. Sorry, I just hit my mic. I apologize. Fight me in Blaze Blue. I don't know what that is. What's a secret? It's just a secret action that's triggered when something happens. That's all, a secret effect, if you will. That's kind of cool. Minions only costing 2. It's a little dangerous. Here we go. We're gonna reroll. See if we can keep this beast train going. Give a minion +2/+2. Let's just give it to you, huh? I'm not either, but I will definitely go out of my way to nitpick how many ways you done goofed when it comes to Tekken. Oh my gosh. My fighting game would be Marvel vs. Capcom. I've only ever played Marvel vs. Capcom at like a bar that offers it. But I like a gaming bar, you know? I think it's a neat game. I like to play Mortal Kombat because I like the animations in it, you know, like when they start doing all the slow-mos during fatalities. I think those are really neat. Imagine Toasty playing LOL. I used to play League of Legends all the time, like for reals, like ranked and everything. I don't do that anymore. And I definitely don't want to play it on stream because I'm not like an amazing player, so I don't want to get roasted, but she used to LOL and get mad. Yeah, I love playing League of Legends though. League of Legends with friends is like friends that actually know how to play is like one of my favorite things to do. Let's just go ahead and do this. We're gonna do this, and let's reroll one. Oh wait, I forgot minions only cost 2. What the heck? That's gonna mess me up. Let's do this and You're gonna say this now? No. Come on, Orange. Come on, Orange. Let Hayami plays. We can play. Does Suna play? Violence Bear likes Mortal Kombat. I like the animations. I wanted to get into Tekken 8 so bad, but I'm afraid I'm gonna suck. That's okay. Play it anyways. If they roast you, I'll toast them. Or he wants to LOI. Refuse not league, never league. I really want to play Guilty as Sock, but I think Hayami and Suna still got to get it. So hopefully we can all get that so we can play. Oh, what the heck? You're going to suck starting out. That's just how it is. What matters is picking a character you like, playing and getting that practice in until you become a master with them. You got this, fam. I got faith. I got faith in you too. Bait away. Oh, it's your job to bait. You're funny. You guys crack me up. Okay, I need to get this one out, and we'll hold on to him for a little bit.
Battle is really raging out there. Better hire a recruit while you can.
You know what's kind of gonna just irritate the crap out of me? Move these down. Move him here. Let's pick this up too. I don't really need to triple this, but we're going to because we're here. Oh, I feel like I'm not seeing as many beasts as I wanted to initially. Like crazy. That climbing game Peak looks fun. I want to play it, but it looks better with people. Peak. You know what game I have that I love that I would also love to play with people? Like in our collab, Orange, if you're here. Don't Starve Together. I was watching Lunary play it, and I remember how much I love that game. Don't Starve, I don't know if everybody owns it or not. Don't get it if you don't own it, but... Oh, you have it? I wonder if Suna and Hayam's got it. Because I love that game. Peak is a co-op climbing game where the slightest mistake can spell your doom, either solo or as a group of lost nature scouts. Your only hope of rescue from a mysterious island is to scale the mountain at its center. Do you have what it takes to reach the peak? Oh, this is what a cute little game. I'll add it to my wish list. Play Minecraft together, survival at hardcore. Oh my gosh, I love Minecraft. I wouldn't even be mad at it. Hayami hasn't seen it, does not appear to have it. Well, I wish to start with Guilty as Sock, because Guilty as Sock is like $5, so I'd rather cash in my tokens on that first.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Do not consume these cards or I will get mad. You dirty. It's fine.
I don't cry much.
What? Pick you up. Let's go ahead and sell you. I want to pick up this macaw, and I probably should, but I'm not gonna. Okay, guys, don't come for me. I'm sure I'm messing this up. Sorry, guys. I'm crazy distracted right now. Let's do this, and let's do this again. Okay, what are we saying? Toasterverse goes retro Minecraft. I love playing Don't Starve Together. Don't Starve Together is such a neat little game. The little hands that come up and it plays the little what do you call it? The music box sound that monster gives me the heebie-jeebs. You're talking about picking up an arcade pad. They have to relent eventually. Tekken 7 should be on sale every so often for a decent price. Just try it out first. You can always refund it if you don't like it. Caw! Gotta say, didn't see you being a Minecraft kind of person. Is it the 18 up streams? Oh my gosh. No, I love Minecraft. I think Minecraft is like so much fun. I need to get these beetles built. What the hex? I need to lock in. This game is... Why am I playing a second one? You know what? It's fine, because I made it to 5,000. Do not consume these minions. Make this one golden, please.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
Except
I don't want to get rid of the Yogg Saron one, but like... I don't really want to get rid of this, and I don't want to get rid of my beetles. I guess I'll just get rid of you, question mark? Whatever. If that's wrong, it's wrong. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Nobody tell me, okay, guys? We're just going for it right now, okay?
Better hire a recruit while you can.
This game is just irritating me so bad. Trigger the battle cry of an adjacent minion. Hold on, please. Ah. Okay, you gotta go. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. I'm panicking. No, I don't have it anymore. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I should not have played another game. How could I have been so foolish? I should have known better. But I had such high hopes because the first one went so well. Stop summoning things, you. Abandoned archive. Yes, add it there. Add it there. Alright, the Yogg Saron guy is eventually gonna have to go, but I don't know when. What's this? These better be good. Oh my gosh, please stop putting things in front of me. Whenever a friendly beast attacks. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Summon 2 4/4 beetles. That would be good if I could get them bigger. Oh god. Probably you, because I'm having a rough time getting bigger ones. Okay, you can go here for sure. And let me just calm down for a sec. Pick this up. And you can have this. I guess I'll pick you up too. Oh my crud. Crud! A patty cake, a patty cake. There's too much going on. There's too much as it's all me. Okay, I gotta get you out here. So... But I really don't want to get rid of this one. You gotta go. I don't care if that's wrong. I don't even care anymore. I say as I continue to care with all my might. Oh my gosh, please. Please slow down.
Here's a gold for the trouble.
I'm not ready. This one, I need this one. This is what I'm gonna get next.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
I'm panicking, I'm panicking. I deserve to get knocked out of this game, honestly. Like, this is why I like to play what I know. You know what, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're not down for the count yet. I just need these dang old beetles to get bigger. Why is this? Give it plus 12. Oh, okay. 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 There's hope.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Water.
Was your failure.
Thank you for the hydrate check. Why would you remove it on that? Oh my god, please, I'm begging you, calm the F down.
I would have picked.
Okay, you for sure. Oh, why didn't I cast this? It's fine, I'll do it now. Since I remembered. Watch me not get any more.
Head and hire one of these recruits.
Let's get you out for sure. Wait, should it be like this? No. Yes. Ting ting. Okay, we're gonna move you around like this. Ting ting ting. Okay. Oh my gosh, please do not do anything crazy. He probably didn't need that because the other one has reborn, but it's too late. I already done did it. I already done
Gold for the trouble.
did it. Because it's too much. I have too many things going on. Oh gosh. I deserve to be out of this game, honestly. Why is this over here? Oh, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Please, why couldn't you have hit this one first? What? Why? 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 What? I don't. Somebody explain that to me. What even was that? Oh my god. Okay, close. Damn it. Okay, Toasty, you need to lock the F in. Because right now, you're just looking silly. You're looking so ridiculous.
I can bring in more powerful minions now.
Damn it, that's not the one I wanted it to be.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
I must think, guys. I gotta think like hardcore right now.
That's what I would have picked.
Okay, for sure you can go. And I'm gonna pick you up and put you out.
Dragon wrath is yours.
You can go. You gotta come out. Honestly, this one can go because I'm not doing anything with it. You gotta come out so you can do this. But I also need this here. But I also need this here. Oh, wait, at the end of your turn. I don't need you here. Wait, no, it's gotta be adjacent. So yes, I do need you here. You can come out too.
That one might make all the difference.
It's too much. I can't think. I can't think. Just please let me stay alive. Please let me stay alive, because I feel like I'm slowly piecing it together. Okay, slowly. Like the vision is there. We're just having a hard time piecing it, but it's gonna happen. Okay, except for this ugly fool is kind of getting in the way of my plans, but. We're dead. We're cooked. This round is over. There is no way. I will never financially recover from this. Oh my god, I hate it here. Why did I even play another game? I should have just quit while I was ahead. And you know what's crazy? I make this mistake every single time. But it's okay. Oh, I hate you. I deserve this. Honestly, I was all over the place that game. You know what? Let's just take a moment to acknowledge that I got second the last game, and that is what mattered. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was a whirlwind of emotions. Ting ting ting. Definitely. Yeah, it could have been worse. At least I wasn't last, right? If we're in 5K, that's what matters. Hi, Infinity Sponge. Welcome in. You just caught me like in a weird thing. Okay. We are gonna take a quick 5-minute break. When we return, we're gonna switch gears, and I'm gonna read to you guys. So if you don't like the sound of my voice without gameplay, you probably won't like the next part of this stream. But we'll talk more about it when I get back. Stand up, get water, do what you gotta do, and I will see you here very soon for some story time. Be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all, we are back. What'd you do during the break? Did you stand up? Did you get water? Did you stare off into the void? I want to know, and if you don't want to tell me, totally fine. Keep your secrets. But I do love when you share. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Third game is a charm. Nar. Sounds like a plan. Third game is the charm. How's everyone doing? Toasty be coping just like me with Marvel Rivals. I know, King Thomas. I wish, you know what? Didn't you? I thought I saw you post an update about your Marvel Rivals the other day. I gotta find it. Where are you? Where did I see it? I swear I saw. Am I tripping? Did I imagine it? Was it you who said something about your rank? Where did I see it at? He did post something. Yeah, why can't I find it? I know I saw it. I just can't. He went plat. Yeah, that's what I saw. Congrats. Thank you. I was like, I swear I saw something. I felt like I was imagining it for a second. Those Magic and Iron Fist won't hurt you here. It's okay to be a support. We understand the struggle. I still see them going 3 to 12 all the time. Grabbing dinner and getting settled in. Okay. Fight Templars because you're a mage. Nothing. You're breeding pals. You're playing Pal World stuff. And maybe you should say that differently, dude. Maybe we don't say it like that. I may honestly pass out during this. Worked out in the heat all day and laying in bed listening may have me nodding off. Go to sleep, Yerp. Go to sleep if that is what is in your heart. He did post something. He went plat, ate some watermelon. Nice. I posted in other games. Yeah, congrats, King Thomas. Good for you, man. You go. Pass me some melon. Okay, guys. So before the break, we played a couple games of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and now after the break, I'm gonna read to you guys. I guess I can keep the music on low. I feel like it's already low, but I'm gonna read to you. Today, we're going to be reading Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. Let me turn off the music for a sec so you guys can hear this ASMR. I don't have nails, so I still have it wrapped, so I'm gonna peel off the wrapper right now. ASMR. Okay, so let's smell it. It smells brand new. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a pretty thick book. I should have taken a picture of it for you guys, but I can always do that later. What? What are you making that face for, Vol? Because I smelled it? Anyways, so I bought my let me turn the music back on. I treated myself to the box set. So it came in like this really pretty thing, really pretty set. And the first book that I'm holding is actually 2 books combined. It's The Duke and I and The Viscount Who Loved Me. And it's about Daphne and Antony. And if you've seen Bridgerton at all, then you'll know who these people are. If you haven't, then I don't know. You'll just have to deal. So the first one we'll be reading, it's combined, which is what makes the book humongous. And I kind of like that they did this. I like that whoever created this box set decided to go this route where they combine 2 of the siblings in each book. Because I think there's like 8 Bridgerton kids or some crap like that. You ever see the dude who does the breaking in books ASMR where he just snaps his spines? No, I think I would hate that. Bridgerton is about like romance and love and all that other crap. I'm just gonna read you the back. The Duke and I. When Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett, Duke of Hastings, agree to a fake courtship, they think they've found the perfect solution to their problems. Romantically associated with one of London's most desirable catches, Daphne's prospects among the ton will soar. For avowed bachelor Simon, an attachment to Daphne will deter would-be brides and their ambitious mamas. Their plan works like a charm at first, but amid the glittering, gossipy, cutthroat world of London's elite, there is only one certainty. Love ignores every rule. Daphne is the ginger one. She is the girl. In the Bridgerton, I do believe she's kind of gingery. Oh, I do hate it. It drives me insane. It would drive me insane too. Give me one moment while I see. Can I put you guys here? Oh, cool. Okay, let's. How do we feel about this background? Is this background whack? Are we vibing with this? Is this kind of Bridgerton? La 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 la. Bridgerton-y. I don't know if I have any like kind of backgrounds. She does wear purple a couple times. Let's see. Let me see if I have like a cute background that would actually be nice for this. I'm gonna guess I don't though. Am I gonna mute my redeems? Should I? Oh no, this is horrid. I do not like this. I definitely felt the room was better. Should I mute my redeems? Would that be better for you guys? Would you like that? I can mute them. Redeems are muted, so I'll see them, but I won't hear it. Oh, and I gotta mute this too. So now we have two things muted. Okay, do I keep the music on or would you guys prefer it off? Or should I look up like reading lo-fi? Whatever the hell that might sound like. Do you guys want me to keep the music on or off? I'm here for you guys, so Viking, solid idea. The socks stay off during reading. Just when you're doing chill stuff, the shouty stuff takes it out of the moment of it. Keep it low. Is this low enough? Would you like it lower? I swear my mouth just got like unusually dry. I'm gonna take my headphones off because I can't read with music. I actually find it to be quite distracting. Quite distracting. A hair lower. You got it, buddy. Did I just hear a firework go off? I'm here. Guys, there are people shooting off fireworks right now. Are you God. You're fine with none. Well, we're gonna I'll keep the music on low. If more people say they want it off, I'll turn it off. Okay, guys, here we go. So we're reading The Duke and I. It's about Daphne and Simon. And this is Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. And I swear to God, if my phone goes off one more time, I'm gonna cry. Okay. I have to get it open. I also bought a new, what do you call it? I bought a new bookmark that says, your task is not to foresee the future, but to enable it. I saw it and I bought it because it has a sun on it and I like suns. Oh, cool. They have the Bridgerton family tree. Let me move this a little closer because I'm talking a little quieter. They have the Bridgerton family tree on here. Daphne is the fourth oldest, but the oldest of the girls, in case anybody was wondering. Prologue. The birth of Simon Arthur Henry Fitzranulph Bassett, Earl Cliveden, was met with great celebration. Church bells rang for hours. Champagne flowed freely through the gargantuan castle that the newborn would call home. and the entire village of Cliveden quit work to partake of the feast and holiday ordered by the young earl's father. "This," the baker said to the blacksmith, "is no ordinary baby." For Simon Arthur Henry Fitzranulph Bassett would not spend his life as Earl of Cliveden. That was a mere courtesy title. Simon Arthur Henry Fitzranulph Bassett, the baby who possessed more names than any baby could possibly need, was the heir to one of England's oldest and richest dukedoms, and his father, the 9th Duke of Hastings, had waited years for this moment. As he stood in the hall outside his wife's confinement room, cradling the squalling infant, the Duke's heart near burst with pride. Already several years past 40, he had watched his cronies, dukes and earls, all beget heir after heir. Some had had to suffer through a few daughters before siring a precious son, but in the end, they'd all been assured that their lines would continue, that their blood would pass forward into the next generation of England's elite. But not the Duke of Hastings. Though his wife had managed to conceive 5 times in the 15 years of their marriage, only twice had she carried them to full term, and both of those infants had been stillborn. After the 5th pregnancy, which had ended with a bloody miscarriage in the 5th month, surgeons and physicians alike had warned their graces that they absolutely must not make another attempt to have a child. The Duchess's very life was in danger. She was too frail, too weak, and perhaps, they said gently, too old. The Duke was simply going to have to reconcile himself to the fact that the dukedom would pass out of the Bassett family. But the Duchess, God bless her, knew her role in life, and after a 6-month recuperative period, she opened the connecting door between their bedrooms, and the Duke once again commenced his quest for a son. 5 months later, the Duchess informed the Duke that she had conceived. The Duke's immediate elation was tempered by his grim determination that nothing, absolutely nothing, would cause this pregnancy to go awry. The Duchess was confined to her bed the minute it was realized that she missed her monthly courses. A physician was brought in to visit her every day, and halfway through the pregnancy, the Duke located the most respected doctor in London and paid him a king's ransom to abandon his practice and take up residence at Cliveden Castle temporarily. The Duke was taking no chances this time. He would have a son, and the dukedom would remain in Bassett hands. The Duchess experienced pains a month early, and pillows were tucked under her hips. Gravity might keep the babe inside, Dr. Stubbs explained. The Duke thought that a sound argument, and, once the doctor had retired for the evening, placed yet another pillow under his wife, raising her to a 20-degree angle. She remained that way for a month. Shoot. Sorry, guys. I dang near dropped this book. It's too big. We are reading The Duke and I from Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. And then finally, the moment of truth arrived. The household prayed for the Duke, who so wanted an heir, and a few remembered to pray for the Duchess, who had grown thin and frail even as her belly had grown round and wide. They had tried not to be too hopeful. After all, the Duchess had already delivered and buried 2 babes, and even if she did manage to safely deliver a child, it could be, well, a girl. As the Duchess's screams grew louder and more frequent, the Duke shoved his way into her chamber, ignoring the protests of the doctor, the midwife, and her Grace's maid. It was a bloody mess, but the Duke was determined to be present when the babe's sex was revealed. The head appeared, then the shoulders. All leaned forward to watch as the Duchess strained and pushed, and then the Duke knew that there was a God. And he still smiled on the Bassetts. He allowed the midwife 1 minute to clean the babe, and then took the little boy into his arms and marched into the great hall to show him off. "I have a son," he boomed, "a perfect little son." And while the servants cheered and wept with relief, the Duke looked down upon the tiny Earl and said, "You are perfect. You are a Bassett. You are mine. The Duke wanted to take the boy outside to prove to everyone that he had finally sired a healthy male child, but there was a slight chill in the early April air, so he allowed the midwife to take the babe back to his mother. The Duke mounted one of his prize geldings and rode off to celebrate, shouting his good fortune to all who would listen. Meanwhile, the Duchess, who had been bleeding steadily since the birth, slipped into unconsciousness, and then finally just slipped away. The Duke mourned his wife, he truly did. He hadn't loved her, of course, and she hadn't loved him, but they'd been friends in an oddly distant sort of way. The Duke hadn't expected anything more from marriage than a son and an heir, and in that regard, his wife had proven herself an exemplary spouse. He arranged for fresh flowers to be laid at the base of her funeral monument every week, no matter the season, and her portrait was moved from the sitting room to the hall in a position of great honor over the staircase. And then the Duke got on with the business of raising his son. There wasn't much he could do in the first year, of course. The babe was too young for lectures on land management and responsibility. So the Duke left Simon in the care of his nurse and went to London, where his life continued much as it had before he'd been blessed by parenthood. Except that he forced everyone, even the king, to gaze upon the miniature he had painted of his son shortly after his birth. The Duke visited Cliveden from time to time, then returned for good on Simon's second birthday, ready to take the young lad's education in hand. A pony had been purchased, a small gun had been selected for future use at the fox hunt, and tutors were engaged in every subject known to man. "He's too young for that," Nurse Hopkins exclaimed. "Nonsense," Hastings replied condescendingly. "Clearly I don't expect him to master any of this anytime soon, but it is never too early to begin a duke's education." "He's not a duke," the nurse muttered. "He will be." Hastings turned his back on her and crouched beside his son, who was building an asymmetrical castle with a set of blocks on the floor. The Duke hadn't been down to Cliveden in several months and was pleased with Simon's growth. He was a sturdy, healthy young boy with glossy brown hair and clear blue eyes. "What are you building there, son?" Simon smiled and pointed. Hastings looked up at Nurse Hopkins. "Doesn't he speak?" She shook her head. "Not yet, Your Grace." The Duke frowned. "He's 2. Shouldn't he be speaking?" "Some children take longer than others, Your Grace. He's clearly a bright young boy." "Of course he's bright. He's a Basset." Nurse nodded. She always nodded when the Duke talked about the superiority of the Basset blood. "Maybe," she suggested. "He just doesn't have anything he wants to say." The Duke didn't look convinced, but he handed Simon a toy soldier, patted him on the head, and left the house to go exercise the new mare he'd purchased from Lord Worth. 2 years later, however, he wasn't so sanguine. "Why isn't he talking?" he boomed. "I don't know," Nurse answered, wringing her hands. "What have you done to him?" "I haven't done anything." "If you'd been doing your job correctly, the Duke jabbed an angry finger in Simon's direction, "would be speaking." Simon, who was practicing his letters at his mini desk, watched the exchange with interest. "He's 4 years old, goddammit," the Duke roared. "He should be able to speak." "He can write," Nurse said quickly. 5 children I've raised, and not one of them took to letters the way Master Simon has." "A fat lot of good writing is going to do him if he can't talk." Hastings turned to Simon, rage burning in his eyes. "Talk to me, damn you." Simon shrank back, his lower lip quivering. "Your Grace," Nurse exclaimed, "you're scaring the child." Hastings whipped around to face her. "Maybe he needs a good scaring. Maybe what he needs is a good dose of discipline. A good paddling might help him find his voice." The Duke grabbed the silver-backed brush Nurse used on Simon's hair and advanced on his son. "I'll make you talk, you stupid little—" "No!" Nurse gasped. The Duke dropped the brush. It was the first time they'd ever heard Simon's voice. "What did you say?" the Duke whispered, tears forming in his eyes. Simon's fist balled at his sides, and his little chin jutted out as he said, "Don't you... huh, 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 huh." The Duke's face turned deathly pale. What is he saying? Simon attempted the sentence again. My God, the Duke breathed, horrified. He's a moron. He's not a moron, Nurse cried out, throwing her arms around the boy. Don't you hit. Simon took a deep breath. Me. Hastings sank onto the window seat, his head dropping into his hands. What have I done to deserve this? What could I have possibly done? You should be giving the boy praise, Nurse Hopkins admonished. 4 years you've been waiting for him to speak, and he's an idiot, Hastings roared. A goddamn bloody little idiot. Simon began to cry. Hastings is going to be a half-wit, the Duke moaned. All those years of praying for an heir, and now it's all for ruin. I should have let the title go to my cousin. He turned back to his son, who was sniffling and wiping his eyes, trying to appear strong for his father. I can't even look at him, he gasped. I can't even bear to look at him. And with that, the Duke stalked out of the room. Nurse Hopkins hugged the boy close. You're not an idiot, she whispered fiercely. You're the smartest little boy I know. And if anyone can learn to talk properly, I know it's you. Simon turned into her warm embrace and sobbed. We'll show him, Nurse vowed. He'll eat his words if it's the last thing I do. Nurse Hopkins proved true to her word, while the Duke of Hastings removed himself to London and tried to pretend he had no son. She spent every waking minute with Simon, sounding out words and syllables, praising him lavishly when he got something right, and giving him encouraging words when he didn't. The progress was slow, but Simon's speech did improve. By the time he was 6, don't had turned into don't. And by the time he was 8, he was managing entire sentences without faltering. He still ran into trouble when he was upset, and Nurse had to remind him often that he needed to remain calm and collected if he wanted to get the words out in one piece. But Simon was determined, and Simon was smart, and perhaps most importantly, he was damn stubborn. He learned to take breaths before each sentence, and to think about his words before he attempted to say them. He studied the feel of his mouth when he spoke correctly, and tried to analyze what went wrong when he didn't. And finally, at the age of 11, he turned to Nurse Hopkins, paused to collect his thoughts, and said, I think it is time we went to see my father. Nurse looked up sharply. The Duke had not laid eyes on the boy in 7 years, and he had not answered a single one of the letters Simon had sent him. Simon had nearly sent 100. Are you certain? She asked. Simon nodded. Very well, then. I'll order the carriage and we'll leave for London on the morrow. The trip took a day and a half, but it was late afternoon by the time their carriage rolled up to the Bassett house. Simon gazed at the busy London streetscape with wonder as Nurse Hopkins led him up the steps. Neither had ever visited Bassett House before, and so Nurse didn't know what to do when she reached the front door, other than knock. The door swung open within seconds, and they found themselves being looked down upon by a rather imposing butler. Deliveries, he intoned, reaching to close the door, are made in the rear. Hold there, Nurse said quickly, jamming her foot in the door. We are not servants. The butler looked disdainfully at her garments. Well, I am, but he's not. She grabbed Simon's arm and yanked him forward. This is Earl Cliveden, and you do well to treat him with respect. The butler's mouth actually dropped open, and he blinked several times before saying, It is my understanding that Earl Cliveden is dead. What? Nurse screeched. I most certainly am not. Simon exclaimed with all righteous indignation of an 11-year-old. The butler examined Simon, recognized immediately that he had the look of the Bassets, and ushered him in. "Why did you think I was dead?" Simon asked, cursing himself for misspeaking, but not surprised. He was always most likely to stutter when he was angry. "It is not for me to say," the butler replied. "It most certainly is," Nurse shot back. "You can't say something like that to a boy of his years and not explain it." The butler was silent for a moment, and then finally said, "His Grace has not mentioned you in years. The last I heard, he said he had no son." He looked quite pained as he said it, so no one pursued the conversation. We, the servants, that is, assumed you passed on. Simon felt his jaw clench, felt his throat working wildly. "Wouldn't you have gone into mourning?" Nurse demanded. "Did you think about that? How could you have assumed the boy was dead if his father was not in mourning?" The butler shrugged. "His Grace frequently wears black. Mourning wouldn't have altered his costume." "This is an outrage," Nurse Hopkins said. "I demand you summon His Grace at once." Simon said nothing. He was trying too hard to get his emotions under control. He had to. There was no way he'd be able to talk with his father while his blood was racing so. The butler nodded. "He is upstairs. I'll alert him immediately to your arrival." Nurse started pacing wildly, muttering under her breath and referring to His Grace with every vile word in her surprisingly extensive vocabulary. Simon remained in the center of the room, his arms angry sticks at his sides as he took deep breaths. "You can do this," he shouted in his mind. "You can do this." Nurse turned to him, saw him trying to control his temper, and immediately gasped. "Yes, that's it," she said quickly, dropping to her knees and taking his hands in hers. She knew better than anyone what would happen if Simon tried to face his father before he calmed down. "Take deep breaths and make sure to think about your words before you speak if you can control." "I see you're still mollycoddling that boy," came an imperious voice from the doorway. Nurse Hopkins straightened and turned slowly. She tried to think of something respectful to say. She tried to think of anything that would smooth over this awful situation. But when she looked at the Duke, she saw Simon in him, and her rage began anew. The Duke might look just like his son, but he certainly was no father to him. "You, sir," she spat out, "are despicable. And you, madame, are fired." Nurse lurched back. "No one speaks to the Duke of Hastings that way," he roared. "No one." "Not even the king?" Simon taunted. Hastings whirled around, not even noticing that his son had spoken clearly. "You," he said in a low voice. Simon nodded curtly. He managed one sentence properly, but it had been a short one, and he didn't want to push his luck. Not when he was this upset. Normally he could go days without a stutter, but now... The way his father stared at him made him feel like an infant. An idiot infant. And his tongue suddenly felt awkward and thick. The Duke smiled cruelly. "What do you have to say for yourself, boy? Eh? What do you have to say?" "It's all right, Simon," Nurse Hopkins whispered, throwing a furious glance at the Duke. "Don't let him upset you. You can do it, sweetling." And somehow her encouraging tone made it all the worse. Simon had come here to prove himself to his father, and now his nurse was treating him like a baby. "What's the matter?" the Duke taunted. "Cat got your tongue?" Simon's muscles clenched so hard he started to shake. Father and son stared at each other for what felt like an eternity, until finally the Duke swore and stalked towards the door. "You are my worst failure," he hissed at his son. "I don't know what I did to deserve you, but God help me if I ever lay eyes on you again." "Your Grace," Nurse said indignantly. This was no way to speak to a child. "Get him out of my sight," he spat at her. You can keep your job just as long as you keep him away from me. Wait! The Duke turned slowly around at the sound of Simon's voice. Did you say something? He drawled. Simon took 3 long breaths in through his nose. His mouth still clamped together in anger. He forced his jaw to relax and rubbed his tongue against the roof of his mouth, finally, just trying to remind himself of how it felt to speak properly. Finally, just as the Duke was about to dismiss him again, he opened his mouth and said, I am your son. Simon heard Nurse Hopkins breathe a sigh of relief, and something he'd never seen before blossom in his father's eyes. Pride. Not much of it, but there was something there, lurking in the depths, something that gave Simon a whisper of hope. I am your son, he said again, this time a little louder, and I am not Suddenly his throat closed up, and Simon panicked. You can do this. You can do this. But his throat felt tight, and his tongue felt thick, and his father's eyes started to narrow. I am not Go home, the Duke said in a low voice. There is no place for you here. Simon felt the Duke's rejection in his very bones, felt a peculiar kind of pain enter his body and creep around his heart. And as hatred flooded his body and poured from his eyes, he made a solemn vow. If he couldn't be the son his father wanted, then by God, he'd be the exact opposite. That was the end of the prologue. It's crazy because in the Bridgerton book, or Bridgerton TV show, his dad's a real a-hole. Thank you for the hydrate check. I'm going to read one more chapter, and then we will, we'll stop. What are we writing? The Duke got money, he do. She can have flowers, I guess. I know. So in the show, they show how much the Duke really, really, really wanted a son, and he was just like failing and failing. So when he got the son and he saw that his son couldn't speak, he was just like, ugh, like, get him away from me. I don't even think they met up when he was 11 again. I mean, he did handle his son without washing his hand. Bassett, more like bastard. The nurse is a real one. In the show, it's actually someone named Lady Danbury that comes by, not a nurse, and helps Simon. If this is what it feels like to have a dad, I'm glad I didn't have one. I dealt with this for the first 12 years of my life. Oh, I'm sorry if this is bringing up something bad for you. A better son. The Duke deserves a lot more than just foul karma. I agree. Okay, let me check my phone right quick because I heard it going off. It is, but I've been here before and can overcome it. I'm glad to hear that. So that was the prologue. So we got a little bit of background on what the Hastings are like. Now we are going to move into chapter 1. Oh, close, you forgot the space. Who all here thinks we need to put the Duke in some stocks and give him a rotten tomato bath? I agree. Okay, one more drink. I'll do it. Let me see if I can't. Alt enter. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I know I have the face on. 59% better. Oof. I just got like a weird pressure in between my ears. Super weird. Okay. Next chapter, guys. That was a long prologue. Who is this written from? It's really hard for me to do consistently a British accent, honestly, it would be easier to read these all in a country accent. I could do that one consistently, but so I'm sorry, Bull, that you have to listen to me butcher your accent. So I'm trying my best. Remix it to country. Should I read Lady Whistledown's stuff in country? Lady Whistledown is this gossiper who writes these columns, and the next chapter starts with an entry from her. So should I do Lady Whistledown in country style? I think I'm gonna do it anyways, whether you guys say yes or no. So I hope you guys enjoy listening to my fake Southern accent. I'm giving myself a posture check. I don't even know if I can do it without. I don't even know if I can do it without laughing. Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be relaxing though. I feel like reading in Southern ain't gonna do nothing. The Bridgertons are by far the most prolific family in the upper echelons of society. Such industriousness on the part of the Viscountess and the late Viscount is commendable, although one can find only banality in their choice of names for their children: Antony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth. Orderliness is, of course, beneficial in all things, but one would think that intelligent parents would be able to keep their children straight without needing to alphabetize their names. Furthermore, the sight of the Viscountess and all 8 of her children in one room is enough to make one fear one is seeing double, or triple, or worse. Never has this author seen a collection of siblings so ludicrously alike in their physical regard. Although this author has never taken the time to record eye color, all 8 possess similar bone structure and the same thick chestnut hair. One must pity the Viscountess as she seeks advantageous marriages for her brood that she did not produce a single child of more fashionable coloring. Still, there are advantages to a family of such consistent looks. There can be no doubt that all 8 of our legitimate parentage. Ah, gentle reader, your devoted author wishes that were the case amid all large families. Lady Whistledown, Society Papers, 26 April 1813. Ooh, Violet Bridgerton crumpled the single-page newspaper into a ball and hurled it across the elegant drawing room. Her daughter Daphne wisely made no comment and pretended to be engrossed in her embroidery. Did you read what she said? Violet demanded. Did you? Daphne eyed the ball of paper, which now rested under a mahogany end table. I didn't have the opportunity before you finished with it. Read it then, Violet wailed, her arms slicing dramatically through the air. Read how that woman has maligned us. Daphne calmly set down her embroidery and reached under the end table. She smoothed the sheet of paper out on her lap and read the paragraph about her family. Blinking, she looked up. This isn't so bad, Mother. In fact, it's a veritable benediction compared to what she wrote about the Featheringtons last week. How am I supposed to find you a husband while that woman is slandering your name? Daphne forced herself to exhale. After nearly 2 seasons in London, the mere mention of the word husband was enough to set her temples pounding. She wanted to marry, truly she did, and she wasn't even holding out for a true love match. But was it really too much to hope for a husband whom one had at least some affection? Thus far, 4 men had asked for her hand, but when Daphne had thought about living the rest of her days in the company of any of them, she just couldn't do it. There were a number of men she thought might make reasonably good husbands. But the problem, none of them was interested. Oh, they all liked her. Everyone liked her. Everyone thought she was funny and kind and a quick wit, and no one thought her the least bit unattractive. But at the same time, no one was dazzled by her beauty, stunned into speechlessness by her presence, or moved to write poetry in her honor. Men, she thought with disgust, were interested only in those women who terrified them. No one seemed inclined to court someone like her. They all adored her, or so they said, because she was so easy to talk to. She always seems to understand how a man felt. As one of the men Daphne had thought might make a reasonably good husband had said, Deuce, take it, Daph. You're just not like regular females. You're positively normal." Which she might have managed to consider a compliment if he hadn't proceeded to wander off in search of the latest blonde beauty. Daphne looked down and noticed that her hand was clenched into a fist. Then she looked up and realized her mother was staring at her, clearly waiting for her to say something. Since she had already exhaled, Daphne cleared her throat and said, "I'm sure Lady Whistledown's little column is not going to hurt my chances for a husband." "Daphne, it's been 2 years. And Lady Whistledown has only been publishing for 3 months, so I hardly see how we can lay the blame at her door." "I'll lay the blame wherever I choose," Violet muttered. Daphne's fingernails bit her palms as she willed herself not to make a retort. She knew her mother had only her best interests at heart. She knew her mother loved her, and she loved her mother, too. In fact, until Daphne had reached marriageable age, Violet had been positively the best of mothers. She still was, when she wasn't despairing over the fact that after Daphne, she had 3 more daughters to marry off. Violet pressed a delicate hand to her chest. "She cast aspersions on your parentage." "No," Daphne said slowly. It was always wise to proceed with caution when contradicting her mother. "Actually, what she said was that there could be no doubt that we are all legitimate, which is more than one can say for most large families of the Ton." "She shouldn't have even brought it up," Violet sniffed. "Mother, she's the author of a scandal sheet. It's her job to bring up such things." "She isn't even a real person," Violet added angrily. She planted her hands on her slim hips, then changed her mind and shook her fingers in the air. "Whistledown. Ha! I've never heard of any Whistledowns. Whoever this depraved woman is, I doubt she's one of us. As if anyone of breeding would write such wicked lies." "Of course she's one of us," Daphne said, her brown eyes filling with amusement. "If she weren't a member of the Ton, there is no way she'd be privy to the sort of news she reports. Did you think she was some sort of imposter peeking in windows and listening at doors?" "I don't like your tone, Daphne Bridgerton," Violet said, her eyes narrowing. Daphne bit back another smile. "I don't like your tone," was Violet's standard answer when one of her children was winning an argument, but it was too much fun to tease her mother. "I wouldn't be surprised," she said, cocking her head to the side, "if Lady Whistledown was one of your friends." "Bite your tongue, Daphne. No friend of mine would ever stoop so low." "Very well," Daphne allowed. "It's probably not one of your friends, but I'm certain it's someone we know. No interloper could ever obtain the information she reports." Violet crossed her arms. "I should like to put her out of business once and for all." "If you wish to put her out of business," Daphne could not resist pointing out, "you shouldn't support her by buying her newspaper." "And what good would that do?" Violet demanded. "Everyone else is reading it. My puny little embargo would do nothing except make me look ignorant when everyone else is chuckling over her latest gossip." That much was true, Daphne silently agreed. Fashionable London was positively addicted to Lady Whistledown's society papers. The mysterious newspaper had arrived on the doorstep of every member of the Ton 3 months earlier. For 2 weeks, it was delivered unbidden every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then, on the 3rd Monday, butlers across London waited in vain for the pack of paper boys who normally delivered Whistledown, only to discover that instead of free delivery, they were selling the gossip sheet for the outrageous price of 5 pennies a paper. Daphne had to admire the fictitious Lady Whistledown savvy. By the time she started forcing people to pay for the gossip, all the town was addicted. Everyone forked over their pennies, and somewhere some meddlesome woman was getting very rich. While Violet paced the room and huffed about, this hideous slight, against her family, Daphne looked up to make certain her mother wasn't paying her any attention, then let her eyes drop to peruse the rest of the scandal sheet. Whistledown, as it was now called, was a curious mix of commentary, social news, scathing insult, and the occasional compliment. What set it apart from any previous society news sheet was that the author actually listed her subjects' names in full. There was no hiding behind abbreviations such as Lord S and Lady G. If Lady Whistledown wanted to write about someone, she used his full name. The Ton declared themselves scandalized, but they were secretly fascinated. The most recent addition was typical Whistledown. Aside from the short piece on the Bridgertons, which was really no more than a description of her family, Lady Whistledown had recounted the events of the previous night's ball. Daphne hadn't attended, as it had been her younger sister's birthday, and the Bridgertons always made a big fuss about birthdays. And with 8 children, there were a lot of birthdays to celebrate. "You're reading that rubbish," Violet accused. Daphne looked up, refusing to feel the least bit guilty. "It's a rather good column today. Apparently, Cecil Tumbley knocked over an entire tower of champagne last night." "Really?" Violet asked, trying not to look interested. "Mm-hmm," Daphne replied. "She gives quite a good account of the Middlethorpe ball, mentions who was talking to whom, what everyone was wearing." "And I suppose she felt the need to offer her opinions on that point," Violet cut in. Daphne smiled wickedly. "Oh, come now, Mother. You know that Miss Featherington has always looked dreadful in purple." Violet tried not to smile. Daphne could see the corners of her mouth twitching as she tried to maintain the composure she deemed appropriate for Viscountess and mother. But within 2 seconds, she was grinning and sitting next to her daughter on the sofa. "Let me see that," she said, snatching up the paper. "What else happened? Do we really miss anything important?" "Really, Mother? With Lady Whistledown as a reporter, one needn't actually attend any events." She waved toward the paper. "This is almost as good as actually being there. Better, probably. I'm certain we had better food last night than they did at the ball. And give that back." She yanked the paper back, leaving a torn corner in Violet's hands. "Daphne!" Daphne affected mock righteousness. "I was reading that." "Well, listen to this." Violet leaned in. Daphne read, "The rake formerly known as Earl Cliveden has finally seen fit to grace London with his presence. Although he has not yet deigned to make an appearance at a respectable evening function, the new Duke of Hastings has been spotted several times at White's and once at Tattersall's." She paused to take a breath. "His Grace has resided abroad for 6 years. Can it be any coincidence that he has returned only now that the old Duke is dead?" Daphne looked up. "My goodness, she is blunt, isn't she? Isn't Cliveden one of Antony's friends?" "He's a Hastings now," Violet said automatically. "And yes, I do believe he and Antony were friendly at Oxford, and Eton as well, I think." Her brow scrunched and her blue eyes narrowed with thought. "He was always something of a hellion, if my memory serves, always at odds with his father, but reputed to be quite brilliant. I'm fairly sure that Antony said he took a first in mathematics, which," she added with a maternal roll of her eyes, "is more than I can say for any of my children." Now, Mother," Daphne teased. "I'm sure I would take a first if Oxford would only see fit to admit women." Violet snorted. "I corrected your arithmetic papers when your governess was ill, Daphne." "Well, maybe in history then," Daphne said with a grin. She looked back down at the paper in her hands, her eyes straying to the new Duke's name. "He sounds quite interesting," she murmured. Violet looked at her sharply. "He's quite unsuitable for a young lady of your years, is what he is." Funny how my years, as you put it, volley back and forth between being so young that I cannot even meet Antony's friends and being so old that you despair of my ever contracting a good marriage. Daphne Bridgerton, I don't like my tone, I know, Daphne grinned, but you love me. Violet smiled warmly and wrapped an arm around Daphne's shoulder. Heaven help me, I do. Daphne gave her mother a quick peck on the cheek. It's the curse of motherhood. You're required to love us even when we vex you. Violet just sighed. I hope that someday you have children just like me, I know. Daphne smiled nostalgically and rested her head on her mother's shoulder. Her mother could be overly inquisitive, and her father had been more interested in hounds and hunting than he'd been in society affairs. But theirs had been a warm marriage filled with love, laughter, and children. I could do a great deal worse than follow your example, Mother, she murmured. Why, Daphne, Violet said, her eyes growing watery. What a lovely thing to say. Daphne twirled a lock of her chestnut hair around her finger and grinned, letting the sentimental moment melt into a more teasing one. I'm happy to follow in your footsteps when it comes to marriage and children, Mother, just so long as I don't have to have 8. At that exact moment, Simon Bassett, the new Duke of Hastings, and the erstwhile topic of the Bridgerton ladies' conversation, was sitting at White's. His companion was none other than Antony Bridgerton, Daphne's eldest brother. The two cut a striking pair, both tall and athletic, with thick, dark hair. But where Antony's eyes were the same deep chocolate brown as his sister's, Simon's were icy blue, with an oddly penetrating gaze. It was those eyes, as much as anything, that had earned him his reputation as a man to be reckoned with. When he stared at a person clear and unwavering, men grew uncomfortable, women positively shivered. But not Antony. The two men had known each other for years, and Antony just laughed when Simon raised a brow and turned his icy gaze upon him. You forget. I've seen you with your head being lowered into a chamber pot, Antony had once told him. It's been difficult to take you seriously ever since. To which Simon had replied, Yes, but if I recall, you were the one holding me over the fragrant receptacle. One of my proudest moments, to be sure, but you had your revenge the next night in the form of a dozen eels in my bed. Simon allowed himself a smile as he remembered both the incident and their subsequent conversation about it. Antony was a good friend, just the sort of man would want by his side in a pinch. He'd been the first person Simon had looked up upon returning to England. It's damned fine to have you back, Cliveden, Antony said once they settled at their table at White's. Oh, but I suppose you'll insist I call you Hastings now. No, Simon said emphatically. Hastings will always be my father. He never answered to anything else. He paused. I'll assume his title if I must, but I won't be called by that name. If you must, Antony's eyes widened slightly. Most men would not sound quite so resigned about the prospect of dukedom. Simon raked a hand through his dark hair. He knew he was supposed to cherish his birthright and display unwavering pride in the Bassett family's illustrious history, but the truth was it all made him sick inside. He'd spent his entire life not living up to his father's expectations. It seemed ridiculous now to try to live up to his name. It's a damn burden is what it is, he finally grumbled. You'd best get used to it, Antony said pragmatically, because that's what everyone will call you. Simon knew it was true, but he doubted if the title would ever sit upon his shoulders. Well, whatever the case, Antony added, respecting his friend's privacy, but not delving further into what was so obviously an uncomfortable topic. I'm glad to have you back. I might finally get some peace next time I escort my sister to a ball. Simon leaned back, crossing his long, muscular legs at the ankles. An intriguing remark. Antony raised a brow. One that you're certain I'll explain? But of course. I ought to let you learn for yourself, but then I've never been a cruel man. Simon chuckled. This coming from the man who dunked my head in a chamber pot? Antony waved his hand dismissively. I was young. And now you're a model of mature decorum and respectability? Antony grinned. Absolutely. So tell me, Simon drawled, how exactly am I meant to make your existence that much more peaceful? I assume you plan to take your place in society? You assume incorrectly. But you are planning to attend Lady Danbury's ball this week, Antony said. Only because I am inexplicably fond of the old woman. She says what she means, and... Simon's eyes grew somewhat shuttered. And? Antony prompted. Simon gave his head a little shake. It's nothing. Just that she was rather kind to me as a child, and I spent a few school holidays at her house with Riverdale. Her nephew, you know. Antony nodded once. I see. So you have no intention of entering society? I'm impressed by your resolve, but allow me to warn you. Even if you do not choose to attend the Taun's events, they will find you. Simon, who had chosen that moment to take a sip of his brandy, choked on the spirit at the look on Antony's face when he said, they. After a few moments of coughing and sputtering, he finally managed to say, who, pray tell, are they? Antony shuddered. Mothers. Not having had one myself, I can't say I grasp your point. Society mothers, you dolt, those fire-breathing dragons with daughters of, God help us, marriageable age. You can run, but you'll never manage to hide from them. And I should warn you, my own is the worst of the lot. Good God, and here I thought Africa was dangerous. Antony shot his friend a faintly pitying look. They will hunt you down, and when they find you, you will find yourself trapped in conversation with a pale young lady all dressed in white, who cannot converse on topics other than the weather, who receive vouchers to Almack's, and hair ribbons. A look of amusement crossed Simon's features. I take it then, during my time abroad, you have become something of an eligible gentleman? Not out of any aspirations to the role on my part, I assure you. If it were up to me, I'd avoid society functions like the plague, but my sister made her bow last year, and I'm forced to escort her from time to time. Daphne, you mean? Antony looked up in surprise. Did the two of you ever meet? No, Simon admitted, but I remember her letters to you at school, and I recall that she was fourth in the family, so she had to start with D, and... Ah, yes, Antony said with a slight roll of his eyes, the Bridgerton method of naming children, guaranteed to make certain no one forgets who you are. Simon laughed. It worked, didn't it? Say, Simon, Antony suddenly said, leaning forward, I've promised my mother I'll have dinner at Bridgerton House later this week with the family. Why don't you join me? Simon raised a dark brow. Didn't you just warn me about society mothers and debutante daughters? Antony laughed. I'll put my mother on my best behavior, and don't worry about Daph. She's an exception that proves the rule. You'll like her immensely. Simon narrowed his eyes. Was Antony playing matchmaker? He couldn't tell. As if Antony were reading his thoughts, he laughed. Good God, you don't think I'm trying to pair you off with Daphne, do you? Simon said nothing. You would never suit. You're a bit too brooding for her tastes. Simon thought that an odd comment, but instead chose to ask, has she had any offers then? A few. Antony kicked back the rest of his brandy and then let out a satisfied exhale. I've allowed her to refuse them all. That's rather indulgent of you. Antony shrugged. Love is probably too much to hope for in a marriage these days, but I don't see why she shouldn't be happy with her husband. We've had offers from one man old enough to be her father, another old enough to be her father's younger brother, and one who was rather too high in the instep for our often boisterous clan. And then this week, dear God, that was the worst. What happened? Simon asked curiously. Antony gave his temples a weary rub. This last one was perfectly amiable, but a rather bit dim in the head. You'd think after our rakish days I'd be completely without feelings. Really? Simon asked with a devilish grin. You'd think that? Antony scowled at him. I didn't particularly enjoy breaking this poor fool's heart. Wasn't Daphne the one to do that? Yes, but I had to tell him. Not many brothers would allow their sisters such latitude with their marriage proposals, Simon said quietly. Antony just shrugged again, as if he couldn't imagine treating his sister in any other way. She's been a good sister to me. It's the least I can do. Even if it means escorting her to Almax, Simon said wickedly. Antony groaned. Even then. I'd console you by pointing out that this will all be over soon, but what, you've got 3 other sisters waiting in the wings? Antony positively slumped in his seat. Eloise is out in 2 years, and Francesca the year before that, or the year after that. But then I've a bit of a reprieve before Hyacinth comes of age. Simon chuckled. I don't envy you for your responsibilities in that quarter. But even as he said the words, he felt a strange longing and wondered what it would be like to be not quite so alone in this world. He had no plans to start a family of his own, but maybe if he had one to begin with, his life would have turned out a bit different. So you'll come for supper then, Antony stood. Informal, of course. We never take meals formally when it's just family. Simon had a dozen things to do in the next few days, but before he could remind himself that he needed to get his affairs in order, he heard himself saying, I'd be delighted. Excellent. And I'll see you at the Danbury Bash first? Simon shuddered. Not if I can help it. My aim is to be in and out in under 30 minutes. You really think, Antony said, raising a doubtful brow, that you're going to be able to leave to go to the party, pay your respects to Lady Danbury, and leave quickly? Simon's nod was forceful, but direct. But Antony's snort of laughter was not terribly reassuring. And scene. All right, guys, that was the end of chapter 1. Oh, let me get they actually have a built-in bookmark. It's just a little ribbon. I think I'm going to use that instead of the new one that I just bought, and I'll save this new one for my other books. It's a cute little story. I'm trying my hardest to do different voices, but it's really hard. It's a mouthful, guys. This book is a lot. Who do we got? I'm doing great. Thank you. I try. Who I saw some people pop in. Affection who needs it. They love the tea. Damn it, Cecil, you fools. I guess I've heard. Hi, Toasty. Long time no see. Have you been? Hi, Dumpster Bread, if you're still here. Thank you for popping in. I was reading Bridgerton, specifically The Duke and I. It's the first book in the series. True story. Somebody else should be drinking more tea. Never! Where do you get a dozen meals? Hi, Salvador. You love my new video on YouTube, One Hearthstone That Maybe Saddest. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you stopping in. Hello, Ju Pinov. Everything is going well. How are you doing if you're still here? Thank you guys for the kind words. You're ribbon. You're doing great. That was good to listen to. Simon's big strong man voice. Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get this stream wrapped up, shall we? All good things must come to an end. But unfortunately, this stream is not immune to that. So once a month, I do script readings. I'll usually read like these ASMR scripts or like I don't know, Yandere scripts or so on and so forth. I have them on my socials. This month, I didn't really feel like doing a script reading, so I opted to just read a book because I am quite the reader, and I recently treated myself to the Bridgerton box set. So that's what I was doing today, guys. Thank you for riding with me. I read the prologue in chapter 1. Thank you for the follow, Juvenile. Oh, my 700 follower. Yay. Welcome in. Welcome to the Honey Squad. You just made my day so much sweeter. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's something a little different, right? Today we played Hearthstone. We played a couple games. One good, one bad. Thank you for popping in for a bit. I'm glad you were here. I hope you have a great day, Dumpster Bread. Yeah, it was good to pop in and, do that. It's been a minute, so hope you rest well. Thank you. Let's see. No announcements other than I'll be back here again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We're just gonna do like a, what do you call it? Come on, Toasty, get the words out. We're just gonna do probably like an hour stream because I have dance tomorrow and I don't want to get burnt out. I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then again on Sunday because it's America's birth week. Caw! And I like to celebrate big. So I will see you guys back here tomorrow night. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet, but I'm sure we will do something fun and adventurous. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week if I don't see you again, but I sure hope I do. Good night and stay sweet, everyone. Bye, y'all.